Hello guys, you're welcome once more to NEPH. If you are new to this channel, you are highly welcome. Alright, so today we have a word problem here on the board, a very trickish one. Okay, the question says in a group of what dogs and hens, okay, the number of legs, okay, are 16 more than what twice the number of what heads. Okay, now the question says we should look for the number of dogs, okay. So what are the number of dogs there are? All right, so our solution to this problem. Now there are two things here. We have dogs and we have what? Hens. Now dogs have what? How many what legs and how many what heads? Because we are looking at legs and what heads. Okay. Now dogs have one head and have what? 4 legs. Now for hens, okay, hens have what? They have how many legs and how many heads? For hens, we have also one what head and they have what 2 legs. Okay, so now they are grouped together. We have the dogs and the hens grouped together. For instance, if I have one dog and one hen together, okay, if I put them together, let's consider the total number of legs we are going to get and the total number of heads. Okay, so for one group, okay, our number of what? Number of heads is going to be what? Just grouping one dog and one hen, we'll have one head and one head. So one head of the dog, so let's call that what? One what? D plus what? One head of the hen. So let's call that one what? H. Okay. Now, 1D plus 1H, we can still refer to it as what? 1 times D is D plus what? 1 times H is H. Okay? Now we're dealing with what? Head. Okay? So let's use small h to represent what? Head. So we have one head of a dog, okay, and one head of what? The hen. Alright? That's for what? The number of what? Heads. What about the number of legs when we group a dog and the hen? Let's see. For one group again, our number of what legs is going to be what? Now for dogs, we have 4 what? Legs, right? So let's call that 4 a D for dogs. 9 tenths of what? This time we're dealing with what? Legs. Okay? Plus. Now for the ends, we have what? 2 legs of what? The end. So let's say 2 what? Legs of the end. So 2 legs of the end. Alright? Now that we've gotten this and this, or the number of heads and the number of legs. So now we've got the number of legs and we've also got the number of what? Heads. Now, but there is a statement here that the number of legs are 16 more than twice. Here. So how do we interpret that? 16 more than twice. Okay? Now let's interpret that and put it to what we have here on the board. So when we say twice, okay, the number of what? Heads. What do we mean by twice the number of what? Heads? Twice the number of heads means we have to multiply this by 2. Okay? So let's write that. So twice number of heads means 2 multiply, can use bracket, bracket means multiplication, multiply by what? H plus what? H, what? H, okay? Which is the number of what? Heads. So twice the number of heads is this expression, alright? So now the question still says that the number of legs, which is this, we have the number of legs, okay? The number of what? Legs is what? 16 more than twice. So we already have this as twice, so which is twice, okay? So 16 more means plus what? 16. So is 16 more than twice the number of what? Heads. All right, so this is twice the number of heads, which is this. So now the number of legs is 16 more. 16 more means we are going to what? Add 16 to twice of this. All right. Now, I haven't gotten this understanding. We can now begin to what? Simplify and solve. Now, the question says the number of dogs are. So, we want to know the number of dogs that are being grouped, okay, with the ends. Now, but from the question, we know that we already know this, okay, which we already have as what? For legs, we had 4, okay, legs of dogs, okay, plus what? We have 2, okay, legs of what? N. That was our number of what? Legs. So our number of legs is equals to what? 16 more. This is 16 more, okay, than twice, okay, the number of heads is the number of what? Heads. So all we need to do is we are going to say this is equals to this. Okay, so we have 2dh plus what? H plus what? 16. Okay, so I haven't gotten this expression. We may not necessarily use all this again. Okay, we have just used it to interpret the problem. So we can now solve for the value of d to know the number of dogs in this problem. All right, so let's solve it. I'm going to open this bracket. So we have 4d plus 2h is equals to 2 times d is 2d, and 2 times h is what? 2h plus what? 16. Okay, so from that expression, I think we can collect like terms. Okay, we have dog, we have dog, we have h for ends, and we have h for ends. So the first thing I want to do is I want to subtract, okay, dogs to d from both sides. So we have 4d minus what? 2d plus 2h is equals to what? 2d, okay, minus 2d, because I subtracted 2d here, I'm going to also subtract 2d here. So plus 2h plus what? 16. So 4d minus 2d is going to give us 2d plus 2h is equals to this 0 plus 2h plus what? 16. Okay. Now 0 plus 2h, note is what? 2h. Okay. So this is 2h plus what? 16. Okay. Now do we find dogs? Remember our target is to find dogs. So I'm going to subtract this from both sides. So I have 2d plus 2h minus 2h, which is equals to 2h minus 2h plus what? 16. Now, why have I subtracted this from both sides? Because we want to remove this. Okay, so if I take this to the side, it becomes what? A minus. Okay, so 2h minus what? 2h is what? 0. Okay, so we are going to have 2 dogs plus what? 0 is equals to h minus 2h is also 0 plus what? 16. So we are left with a very, very simple what? Equation. So 2 dogs plus 0 is what? 2 dogs. So we have 2 dogs is equals to 0 plus 16 is 16. Now we have to find dogs. So we divide it by 2 and divide it by 2. This will cancel out. So the number of dogs in this problem is going to be, if we cancel out this, 2 into 16 is what? 8. So we have 8 dogs, okay, that are being what? Grouped with what? N. So that gives us a simple solution to this problem. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and share the video. I'll bring you more and more exciting videos, okay, for you to watch and learn with me up to a math. I'll see you guys in my next one. You take care. Bye.